Hey there, welcome back to Supercharged Fridays. How are you doing? My name is Sonal Behel. I am a career strategist and formerly an HR director. And welcome. I go live here every Friday on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. I've been doing this for almost 5 years. And why do I do this? I could be doing lots of other things. But this is one of the many ways I like to help people who are going through some kind of a transition, some kind of change in their career, whether it's a change of job, change of geography, change of industry, just got laid off, been on a career pause, looking at getting back, all of that good stuff, all of that messy stuff. This is what I do. And yeah, I do this with lots of coaching. I have a group program where I have some amazing people. I do this through paid stuff like courses, coaching. I have free stuff, which is content, which is my YouTube channel. Got a huge library of videos, including these live streams, as well as my podcast, How I Got Hired. If you're interested in any of this stuff, make sure you check it out. Go to my website, superchargeyourself.com, and you'll find everything in there. My latest podcast guest, this episode, the whole thing is phenomenal. Her name is Winnie Alma, and it's an amazing story. She grew up in rural Africa, in Uganda, in extreme poverty, and she was the youngest of 15 children. Not one of the, but the youngest of 15 children. She talks about her story and how she went from everything there and what was the good things in there. We talked about that. It didn't just want to just focus on what was hard and what was challenging, because when you're a kid you don't think about that type of stuff. So and then she did a executive program at Harvard, so going from that to Harvard and all things that helped her to get there. It's an amazing story. You should check it out. Go to my podcast. Just go to my website, superchargeyourself.com/podcast. It's the latest episode. You'll find that there. And yeah, if I can help you, so why do I do these live streams? If I can help you with something, you shouldn't have to wait for um, somebody to come to give you that help. You shouldn't have to think that, oh, I can't afford help right now. This is my way of helping you. And this is for particularly helping those who may not have the means, the time, the means, the opportunity, all of that stuff to get the help they need. And that's why I do this. So let me know if you're watching me live. Tell me a quick hi in the comments. Where are you watching me from? It'll be nice to know. And I'm also going to check that things are working on both fronts, on all the various platforms. I'm just going to do a quick sort of check on that. And if you're watching me, come and say hi, but tell me where you're tuning in from. Somebody, thank you for being here. Hi, Royston. How are you doing? How are things in Abu Dhabi? Anamika Tejas. Hi there. Thank you for being here. Is there any way I can help you? Do not hesitate to ask. This is a safe space. This is a safe space. Think of it as your career happy hour. Okay? So, all right, we got people watching in from, at least I know, Middle East, right? We got Abu Dhabi in the house. I'm guessing we got some parts of India. India is a huge country. We don't say India in the house. Like, tell me which city are you watching me from? Ah, we got South Africa in the house. Thank you for being here. Sibongili. Did I say that right? Okay, firstly, cheers. Cheers. Sibongili. Did I say that right? Thank you for being here. Royston, sitting in the office. Yes, that's another level. I'm glad you're on YouTube. I'm glad you're not on LinkedIn. But yeah, safe space for sure. Najam, assalamu alaikum. How are you? Thank you for being here. Pakistan as well. I think Najam, you're in Pakistan as well. Thank you for being here. We have Mumbai, Sibongli. Good. I'm very particular about pronunciation. So Muskan. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. How can I help? What do you have on your mind? What is going on? How can I help? I'm also checking my laptop to make sure that I don't miss anything. Yes, I did miss. I missed Florida. I missed Chennai. Yeah, this is so annoying when this happens. Okay, let me see. Joel. Hi, Joel. Thank you for being here. Love that we have like so many parts of the world, like one end to the other. It's like early morning in Florida, and it's going to be evening, almost night in India, Southeast Asia. That's awesome. All right, Varsha, how are you doing? I got a question already. So, Shiva Prasad, thank you for being here, Shiva. Tejas has a question, and I'm going to get started with the question. It's a nice, juicy one, so I need a second to read it. All right, just in the interest of time, okay, just to make sure that I address your question. If you have questions, drop it. Drop it in the comments. I'd love to help you, okay? This is the best way to ask questions so you also get clarity and you don't feel a little bit lost like, how am I, does that sound clear? This is to help you, but it's also to help me, okay? My problem is X, my ideal outcome is Y. My question is Z or Z if you're in the US. All right. Let's start with Tejas. I'm a PHP developer for the last 9 years, but my salary is not higher as compared to others who have tech like Python, Java, and Golang. I understand that. My current company that I'm working at for the last 1 year in India as a Golang developer, my salary is high compared to PHP developers. So should I switch to new tech or is it not better for career growth? Tejas, I feel like when it comes to things like this, I, first of all, completely understand the frustration. I know what it feels like when you have this nagging suspicion that you're paid lower than others. Okay. You need to figure out on your own quietly, you need to figure out why is that? Is it because their skill set is more difficult to find? Is it because they have a higher performance? I don't know. Okay. A lot of this will not make sense, but you need to find out. So, could it be that you've been there longer? And when you're in a company for a longer period of time, the salary moves at a different pace, right? So, firstly, there's the why. Okay. Secondly, I would say that follow. This is going to sound so cliche right now, but don't follow the money. Okay. If you're going to follow something, follow the follow what you like to do, follow the joy, follow the what makes you come alive, follow that spark, because when you do that type of work, money will come. I promise you, money will come. Okay. So do not do Python if you don't like it. Do it if you like it and you see it as a good step for you in the future, but don't only do it because you think it's going to pay you better. Does that make sense? Because when we do something and it's purely incentive, the incentive to do it is only monetary, um, I am not sure our expectations will always meet the reality that we find. They say be careful what you wish for. Let's say you get into it, and let's say you get at the salary you want. I don't know if that'll make you happy. Only you know that, and only time knows that. Does that make any sense? So focus instead on the things that you really enjoy doing. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't realize it's already midnight and I've been working on this. That is a sure shot sign. When you do something, firstly, you could do it for free because you enjoy it so much, or you're so much in the flow, you're so much in that zone when you're doing it that you lose track of time. Is that going to be Python? Is that going to be Golang? Is it going to be Java? Or maybe it's going to be neither of the above. I don't know. Only you know that. So I would say just be true to that. All right? Be honest about that. Good luck. Okay? Okay. Cool. I hope this helps you. Okay? Just give me a sec. There's something on my screen and I have to just rub it a bit. Okay. Good. Is this helpful? Tell me, is this helpful? Are you watching in the comments? Do you agree with what I'm saying? Or you're like, completely no, she's full of crap. Share it. I don't care. Whatever it is, it's going to be good. Share it with me. If you're here, it's because, yeah, you have something not only to hear or to learn or to listen, but you also have something to contribute, right? So let's talk about that. Is the light okay at the back? Is it bothering you? Maybe I'm fussing a little too much. Maybe this is a bit better. Okay, never mind. Let's go. Let's go. Got a few other questions. Hi, Muskan. I'm going to get to your question in a second. It came across my videos on salary negotiation. I didn't even finish when I realized you were like, oh, how awesome. Welcome. That must be kind of weird as well. You know, you're watching someone's YouTube video and then suddenly a few seconds later you catch them live. Yeah, kind of creepy. Does it feel like I was like, Big Brother watching? It feels a bit like that. Okay, Royston, you got a question. I'm going to get into your question as well. Muskan, is it okay to get multiple offer letters? Yes, it's more than okay. You don't need my permission, darling. You can get like 10 job offers. Not can. You must. I mean, wow, if you're good at what you do and you get more than one, some people don't even have one offer. And here you're asking me about multiple? Short answer, why the heck not? Why the heck not? It helps you, it helps confidence. It also, it's if you can kind of communicate that to one of the companies, because you're always going to be more interested in one than the other. You can say, hey, I'm really interested. I just want to let you know I'm in advanced discussions and I've just received an offer from somewhere else. And my priority is to work with you guys. It also helps you to have leverage. Why the heck not? There's nothing bad about getting multiple offers. Tell me, Muskan, why are you asking me this question? Is there something that you're hesitating about? Because there's nothing bad about it. How do you respond to your boss when she hints on you during staff meetings in a negative way? Here's what I would do. Okay, I'm not like the guru who's got all the answers, but I got certain perspectives when it comes to things like meetings. And there's always the politics, but then there's meeting politics. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You'll see some people, they're a certain way with you, but in meetings it's like Jekyll and Hyde. There's something else going on there. People spend a lot of time worrying about how they are perceived. Does this come across as intelligent, etc.? So how I would approach it, because egos are delicate. The higher you go, you'll see more delicate egos. Okay, I would approach her after the staff meeting, saying, hey, I kind of sensed something there. Is everything okay between us? Is there something that I have done to displease you? Because I'd like to know. Okay, ask in a very kind of matter of fact way. I wouldn't necessarily want to confront her in the middle of the meeting, if that makes sense. You guys have any opinion about this? Do you have something to share? Have you experienced this? Please put it in the comments. Okay. All right. What else is happening? Royston, quick question. It's funny. I say this to my coach all the time. I have a quick question, and she laughs. She's like, there's no such thing as, she said, it's always a quick question. The answer is never quick. Unless it's a monosyllable, yes or no. While being about my salary expectations during a job interview, I'm guessing what you mean is while being asked, is it a good idea to give a straightforward answer or gently ask the interviewer the budget for the role? Yeah. So Royston, this is one of the things we cover inside my program. And I do not recommend giving a very clear number or range. I have a couple of videos on my YouTube channel where I talk about this. But write to me separately, right? We're spending time on this together. Write to me separately and I'll share with you something that I have that will help you with some scripts. I also have some stuff on the YouTube channel which has some scripts as well. But essentially what I would do is I would want to postpone that conversation to as later as possible and focus instead on learning more about the position and showing them that if I like what I hear, then I'm the right person. I would focus on that. That makes sense. And not like, hey, my budget is 65, take it or leave it. No, because then that door has been closed. And I want you to get as further ahead as possible. Okay. Lots of companies talk a lot. I want you to get to the offer stage. When we get to the offer stage, we can figure things out. But it's such a long road to get to the offer, even when they say they love us. The inside, the permissions they need, the approvals they need, the contract, all that bureaucracy. Suddenly somebody came in and decided there's a complete change in the budget, that position no longer exists. So much drama happens. We need to get to the offer stage. That's what we're interested in. You can always reject it if you don't like it, but make a fair assessment for both, right? They reject candidates all the time. So if it's not a good fit for you, you can also say no, but let's get you closer. And this is one of the, like in video games, you have multiple levels. This is one level where you give an answer, and if it's not the right answer, like you don't move to the next round. Does that make any sense? So I want you to go as far ahead as possible. Go to the castle, rescue the prince or the princess. It's always the princess. Maybe a prince needs rescuing. It's 2024. Let's get you there, and then we get the prize. Hope that helps you, Royston. Okay. Are you shifting, Varsha? Where are you moving? Where were you earlier, and where are you moving? Tell me about that. Away from the window. Thank you, Varsha. I am missing so many comments here. Ah, yeah, you said that already. Okay, cool. Yeah. I hope you got that, Royston. If you have anything else, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Hi, Rohit. What's up? Managing multiple screens. Rohit Joshi, what is happening? I'm from the UK. I have 7 years experience in India with TCS, BC Tech as a test engineer and business analyst. And then I came to the UK to do a master's in data science, and now I feel a bit challenging. I feel a bit challenging, or I'm feeling a bit challenged to come back in the race here in the UK. Can you help me to get a job again? Yeah, a couple of things. There's one which is a more hard, less control over it, and there's another which has a little bit more control. What you have less control over is things like what's happening with the economy. Are they giving a lot of jobs to foreigners right now? Do you have permission to work? Do you have the visa? All of that stuff. Okay, I don't work too much on that stuff because that's really out of our hands. Things like visa, etc. It's also so much luck dependent, right? So I'm hoping that if you've done a master's in data science, you have a graduate visa which lets you work, right? So I would focus on getting ahead in those conversations as much as possible. Okay, 3 ways. Number one is your new network that you know because you are in the UK. It's very different if you were in India right now and you're applying to roles in the UK. You are already sitting in the UK. So there is a warm network, there is a cold network, right? Cold network will be people you used to know a long time ago. They've moved, they're in the UK now or outside the UK, and maybe they could help you. Warm network is people you've met on a day-to-day basis inside school. Now, this also includes the career services department inside your university. Okay, it breaks my heart a little bit. I'm speaking a lot the last couple of weeks with people who've done a bachelor's or a master's program or a PhD in France, in the Netherlands, in the UK, and they're not getting the support that they thought they would. So, you please, 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 please bang on the door of people whose job is to attract companies on campus. Where are those jobs? You had certain dreams when you signed up for this program, so you shouldn't feel like you're on your own. Okay, get help from there. Ask them to make introductions to companies who have, like that recruiter, that point of contact, and reach out to those people. It's a little different when you have these intros versus when you do it on your own. Okay, the second is, if you see roles, apply. Apply. I'm sick and tired of seeing advice from coaches that I'll help you get a job without applying. You can do both. Applications still work. I have clients. I have, like, my own example when I applied and I got ahead. So if you have permission to work, it makes it easier. If you don't have permission and if they ask you, do you need sponsorship, and you say yes, yeah, tough luck, man. That's possible. But there's a lot that you can do. Okay, data science, this is not a field that's fashionable. This is not a field that's coming and going. This is a field that's here to stay. So good luck with that. Okay. And if you still need more help, think about reaching out to me and think about organizing a game plan call. and seeing if this is something I can help you with, because I specialize in this. Okay, job search and career coaching. If you want to do that, just go to my just go to this link, superchargeyourself.com/game plan. We want to see where are you today, where you want to be, and if the program I have, is it the right one for you or not. Okay, I'm a little bit behind. You're welcome, Tejas. Hi, Sajid. Good morning in Toronto. Tech shifts are happening in less than 2 years. Yes. And also, Rohit, follow Sajid. Okay, he does a lot of tech recruitment. He's in Canada, but Sajid has a lot to share. He knows a lot more on the deeper on what's happening in the recruiting side, much more than I do, because he's deep inside that. Right? Thank you, Tejas. Thank you, Sajid, for letting me know about that, and I hope you're well. Interviewer is kind of trying to understand what is the quality of my response. Yeah, Royston, they're also trying to understand if you're too expensive. They don't want to waste their time. I completely get that. And I have scripts and all that stuff. Don't worry. You're in good hands. Okay? I'll help you with that. And in case I forget, just remind me later. Soft skills like communication, negotiation are more valuable than tech alone. Very true. Very true. Hi, Rag. Rag? Rogue. Sorry. I got a nephew called Rag, so I'm like confused for a sec. I came across a few days ago. Thank you for being here. I'm glad it's helpful. Any books you recommend to learn about negotiation? Yes. A lot of books out there. I would say you could do two things. One is a book and one is a podcast episode. You can do both. The book, I just got like balloons on my thing. This is so cool. Somebody just press something and give me balloons. I feel like I'm in a birthday party. Never Split the Difference by a guy called Christopher Voss is a good book. Keep in mind, he used to be a hostage negotiator for 25-30 years with the FBI. So these tips work. They work in every scenario. Whether you're hopefully you'll never touch, pray to God, never have to be a hostage in your life. But whether it's a job interview, whether you're talking to your partner at home, all of that stuff, it's really good. It's got that he's worked around the world, so I would say it has different sort of multicultural elements. It's not something that only works in the US, but if you don't like that particular style, another one that I recommend, a person that I think you should follow, her name is Luzine Mehrabi. Okay, very interesting person. Armenian, Iranian, Dutch, French background. Super interesting. I'm mentioning her because we see a lot of men who talk about negotiation. I want to see more women. So, and also women who look like me. Okay. So she has a YouTube channel which is worth following. Luzine is Lousin. Okay. And a few months ago, she was on my podcast. She was actually one of the people trained by Chris Voss. So she's amazing. And she brings her own perspective, which is a lot like Chris, but not. Same but different. Okay. And I think that would help you. So book, podcast. You asked me for one, I gave you two. Is that awesome or what? Tech fellow, IT engineering is about projects. Najam, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Hi, Himanshi. Oop, I lost you. There you are. The company is giving me, okay, you got an offer, Himanshi? Is that what you're saying? You got an offer? First of all, congratulations. Congratulations. Focus on the good. Don't immediately think and look for the problem. Focus on the good. The company is giving me, or maybe it's your current company, whatever it is, it's something good that's happened. 17% hike, and they're not ready to increase it to 30% or even match the offer. Okay, so you have an offer, which is a 25% hike, and your current company is giving you a 17% hike. What should I do? Should I switch, or what do you want to do, Himanshi? First, tell me that. Do you want to stay? Because the thing with counter offers that I don't particularly understand or I don't particularly like is the fact that where was this money when you were there? And secondly, the reason you put in your papers, has that reason completely erased or is it still there? Because if the reason is still there, Why are we still having this conversation? Something bothered you, right? Which is when you decided, I'm going to quit. Sometimes we do it like that. That's called rage quitting. We do it in anger. Sometimes we do it over a period of time. We think about it. We have savings. Everybody's different. My point is the reason has not gone away, right? So if you're thinking about staying, how is that congruent with the reason that you had? Answer that for yourself. Don't answer that for me. Because if you stay, then what are you telling yourself? That I don't take myself seriously. At the same time, are you that upset about the 17 versus 25% that it's enough to say, if you're going to go somewhere, like I said to the gentleman earlier, don't do it purely from a money point of view. Also see, is the role interesting? Are you going to be challenged? Are the people good? Is that a healthy culture? What is your sense of things? Do you see growth there? So many other factors. I have a video on my YouTube channel that I made a couple of years ago. You'll find it. Okay. The thumbnail literally looks like this. I have offer A and I have offer B. Which one should I choose? I think that might help you. I have 7 or 8 factors in there where I talk about, and one of them is money. One of them, 1 out of 8. So watch that and then make a decision which is much more balanced. Okay. And it's not only focused on money because we overinflate that reason. And let me tell you, if you get the money and you're not happy with the job you're doing and you're not looking forward to Monday morning, what is the point? You know? Military life. Yeah, Varsha. Where are you moving now? Where are you moving now? And where were you before? Tell us. We're curious, man. The, there's a journalist who says that the nation wants to know. The world wants to know. We got folks around the world watching. We want to know where were you and where are you moving. That's exciting, but it's very tiring as well. I'm sure you got your hands full. So thank you. I appreciate you being here. Hi, Bharat. Culture topics. Yeah, Jennifer Brick. Yeah, Jennifer Brick's a good one. I was listening to her earlier today. What a coincidence. When she was back on my show and we talked about toxic. So if you have any particular guests you have in mind that you think would be helpful, let me know who they are. Let me know in the comments. I have a 1-year gap in my career and I'm scared of being judged. Don't worry, Jyoti. In this day and age, it's completely normal. You're not the first person in the world. You're not the last person in the world. I had a 2.5-year career gap in my career. I turned out okay. Okay? If I can, you can. Good morning, Leon. Thank you for being here. All right, fab. I'm going to take one last question and then I'm going to make a move. Did I miss anything on refresh? Minhas, hi. What is the effective way to negotiate an existing organization? 12 experience. Okay, experience doesn't really matter. There's a lot of stuff that I share on my YouTube channel, which is just as relevant. You want to show them a little bit about you want to show them like a business case, right? What have you done? What has the value? Where is the value that's been added? What does it look like? It helps to have some data. It helps to have some numbers. And then make a plan ahead so that this time next year when there is a performance appraisal exercise, etc., it's not a surprise and that it will come. A lot of times what we think is when we ask for more money, we should get it like that. It doesn't work that way. And one of the reasons it doesn't work that way is because these things are budgeted in advance. So you need to remind people, if you've done really good work, Minaz, and you've been there for 3 years in the current organization, you need to remind people of all the good work you've done because we are all selfish human beings. We only think about ourselves and what gets us ahead in our career and our life, including boss sometimes. Some bosses pay attention, some bosses don't. So you need to remind them. Why? They're not mind readers. They're not mind readers. You need to remind them. Accomplishments, make sure they are tied closely to company goals. Okay. I have a video on my YouTube channel where I go into this in a lot of detail. You'll get a lot of value out of it. Okay. All of this is available for free. Go and watch that. Okay. And if you still have questions, come back to me next week. Mm. Punjab, Maharashtra, Haryana, Jammu, all listens in about 8 years. So where are you moving next, Varsha? Amazing. That's amazing. Hi, Adina. Thank you for being here. Yes, you're very welcome. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, awesome. So I think if there are no other questions, I shall let you go for now and see you at the same time next week here on Supercharged Fridays. Don't forget, um, take advantage of the um, podcast episode that has come out last weekend with Vinny Alma and how she went from extreme poverty in rural Africa to doing what she's doing today. Amazing story. Really, really worth listening. Very emotional, especially the ending. Amazing, amazing episode. So take advantage of that. And if you're watching me and if you've been like following for a while, you're feeling a bit shy, and I need a little bit of help. Like you have nothing to lose. Like you're watching me live, you're showing up, right? Schedule some time together. Maybe I can help you. Maybe I can't. If I can't help you, I'll tell you within a few minutes. We're not going to waste your time. But if I can, and if we can decrease the gap between where you are and where you want to be, if we can get you there faster and start the new year on a better note, on a more positive note, why the heck not? Right? Best case scenario, it could be a really good fit. Worst case scenario, you'll walk away with some tips. Okay? superchargeyourself.com/game plan. Take care of yourself, and I shall see you at the same time next Friday. Bye for now.